play-by-play of what happened today. As you know, preliminary across the South. If you look at the South, this is a 2-day event. Very powerful storm system. We see these a lot this time of year. The winter weather's a bigger story on the north side, but of course, you know me, I like the severe side. We have currently 3 dead confirmed down in Pickens County, Alabama, where there was a confirmed tornado near Reform. We're going to go to the day before. We're going to talk about the day before. That was January 10th. As you know, that was a confirmed moderate risk. Which honestly, I haven't actually got back to look at the reports, but I think we actually had more damage today. It was an enhanced risk, but we're not talking about the categorical risk here. We're talking about, I'm going to tell you what we dealt with. This is, believe it or not, more of a squall line event. Everybody's like, wow, we had a lot of parameters. It really manifested itself as a squall line. And a lot of people out there, they don't like lines, linear systems. And I'm going to tell you why they went moderate. A lot of people are like, where was the tornadoes? They had 5 tornado reports on the 10th, which was yesterday. And believe it or not, 3 of those reports were from one tornado in Logan County, Arkansas, or I believe Logan, Arkansas. You can go look it up, where it was one of the strongest tornadoes there in the Ozarks. And I believe we had one in Polk County, Missouri. There was one near, I want to say, Muskogee, Oklahoma. But those were very short-lived. And the main threat that they were calling around the I-20 corridor was damaging wind. And it's, you'll see they warn it. SPC has taken a liking to tornado watching those whole boxes. All night long, they're like, well, what a tornado watch, it just looks like a line. What we were dealing with, at least here, when I went chasing, you seen me this morning, my phone went out. It's working now, and that's one of the things that really, we're not going to go there. But we were dealing along with the order of 700 meters per second square storm relative velocity. That's insane. When we talk about my ideal thing, when we're looking at a tornadic supercell, we're looking for balance of a number of parameters. But for me, the 0-1 kilometer shear threshold anywhere between 150 and 350 is a good number for me. You say, well, that's a pretty low number in the grand scheme of things, but you have to understand there's a trade-off. You know, for me, instability trumps shear a lot of the times, not always. I mean, we can see 4,000 joules a cape in the summertime, but we may not have 20 knots of deep layer shear. So in this event, we're talking 700 meters per second, even going upwards of 1,100 meters per second up into the Ohio Valley, coming into middle Tennessee into Kentucky. And then we're looking the farther south you sag, we're getting down to where Reform was, where the actual tornado was a lot lower, 250 to 450 meters per second of that storm relative velocity. I wasn't down there. The line moved really fast this morning. We didn't have a lot of time to get heating. Not a lot of time to get surface heating. I was on it, come through about first thing in the morning, and we had a wind advisory in effect, and we're looking at 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts ahead of the line. And then the line comes in, and then the line really, it almost wasn't as bad as some of the damage coming along the leading edge. Now, what happened in Reform was we have what's called a QLCS. Pretty much the whole thing is a you could call it a MCS. Now, we're going to go into a number of these. I don't want to just give away all the information, but there's a number of different scales. You've got your storm scale, your mesoscale, your synoptic scale, and it even breaks down. Those things break down into subcategories of size and duration, and these things are categorized. And if you go read the SPC parameters by like Thompson and Mosier, I don't know if he wrote one, but a lot of those SPC guys, they've got publications, and they go over samples and samples over the years, and they go through a play-by-play. Well, what happened in reform was we had two cells that kind of broke away. The main line up north had kind of pushed ahead, and it went a lot faster. We had they had this collective cold pull, 79 mile an hour winds measured in Tunica. Bolivar County got ripped. Trees down here in Prentiss County, Lee County, Baldwin, pretty much all of Mississippi just got smashed, and Alabama got smashed. Lots of reports of trees down, power lines down, trees on cars. But the real show today was unfortunately down, and it's not the show for them. In the words of the Independence Day, people are dying out there. This isn't exciting. I don't think that it is, and my prayers and my heart goes out to them. If you need me, type in the comment. Like I said, I try to volunteer with the American Red Cross. You bring a bus up here and pick me up, I'll go down there and work for you for free for a while. Just try to get me a couple of beers. I'll bring my chainsaw and my tools. We'd just hang out. But, yeah, man, 3 fatalities, not from the same home. This, judging by the first couple of reports, I haven't been able to see the drone footage, but some of these houses were really smashed. I don't know what the scale it's going to be. You'll probably find out in the next couple of days. I think that'll be National Weather Service Birmingham forecast office. So if you want to get that official report, check it out. And if you want to donate to the victims of the tornado, I think that's really honorable. And you need to figure out how to do that and at least go down there. We got an organization out here, 8 Days of Hope. And generally what they do is they're a faith-based organization. They go down, they help out. We just got licked. I mean, we've been getting raked on the coals just right up the street, and I helped out. You see the video. Go down and look at the Guntown tornado damage. I was just up there helping out, and they just got licked real bad. I mean, this wasn't just a couple of weeks ago. I was down there, but as far as reform, giving you that play-by-play, when you see these super high shear days and these lines, you're not really, they call them kind of QLCS tornadoes or mesovortex tornadoes. They're generally short-lived, and they form along the leading edge of this front. And you generally not see them because of the wind platforms, but when you get them, like the one down there that was able to break ahead of the line a little bit, it kind of took on more of a supercellular structure. It wasn't really part of the line, and it got organized for a second, and when it did, it was coming right there across the Mississippi line. And, buddy, I've seen them when they get like this. They're uncommon. For a guy like me, I mean, if you're really in the weather business, I've been chasing for 15 years. It's not one that you'd stake the farm on. Like, if I had a ton of money, which I don't, I wouldn't just drive out there with the chance of expecting to get something, because like you see in all the map, that was the only one really down there. And events like this today, real soggy, real wet. A lot of it just soaked in rain, wrapped in rain, linear stuff. And I wouldn't go as far to call it as a derecho. Could it meet the size scale of a derecho? Not sure. I'm not calling this one a derecho. Now, it may meet the qualifications. If you look at the line, it traveled probably about 900 miles. And it left a swath of destruction all the way from Oklahoma all the way through the south. Even right now, as we speak, it's doing damage. It's all the way almost to Atlanta, Georgia right now. So pretty much the whole length of the line is doing damage. But it's when you see those little kinks that they're really able to tap into that extreme shear is when you're going to see monster tornadoes. And like I said, it's January. It's the beginning of the raining season down here. We see a lot of these storms. They kind of come and go. And then generally by May, it's over with. So we've got about 4 months. Get ready. Like I said, I'm about low of money. So donate PayPal.me, but don't donate at me right now. Not for this video. Check on your brothers and sisters down there in Reform, Alabama, and see what you can do. And I'll see you on the next episode.